Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. We're continuing to review and compare devices, and you can check these updates on our Twitter community at Gadget Rev now. Today we're continuing with our photography series, and we're comparing two of the most popular, great budget lenses from Sony. This is the Sony 50mm F1.8 versus the kit lens. Today in our photography series, we will talk about two Sony APS-C budget lenses for beginners with two different purposes. Well, somehow they have similarities and enough differences. Our first lens is a well-sought-out 50mm portrait lens from Sony. This lens is so good. If you watch some videos comparing this with the Sigma 56mm, if you can get this cheaper compared to the Sigma version, go for this. I can promise you it's not a groundbreaking difference, and those YouTube videos for Sigma and Sony are somehow hype and pixel peeping. It's better, but it won't change your life as a photographer. If you're looking for value, go for this one. Now, if you have the Sigma 56mm, it's not worth it to rant on this channel because we're not reviewing that. Next is the native lens from Sony, and normally it comes free unless you purposely bought a body first, then the kit lens later. The Sony kit lens will give you an effective focal range of 16mm to 50mm with aperture starting from 3.5 to 5.6 at the telephoto end, so a wide angle to short telephoto. This lens is so inexpensive, and again, normally it comes with the Sony Camera you're buying. If you're new to cameras and wanted to vlog or take decent pictures, start with this one and then move on to primes later. We will compare both lenses and we will cover almost all bases to help you decide. Are you sticking to your kit lens for now, or it's time to get your first portrait or prime lens? We will compare design, functionality, build quality, sample photos and videos to see if this will fit your need in 2021. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, my friend. Let's go! Let's start with the design for Sony 50mm F1.8. This was Sony's first ever mirrorless short telephoto, coming out with Sony's first mirrorless cameras in 2011. That's almost 10 years now, and I bet it will still be around for the next 10 to 20 years because of its quality and performance. This lens is all plastic on the inside with metal mount and aluminum cover on the outside, so it weighs next to nothing. You can take it everywhere and have it ready for anything. It comes with two color options, silver and black. I chose the silver because I want my camera to look different. I have the black kit lens, so if I snap the silver lens, it won't be mistaken for a kit lens. But that's just me. Well, for kit lens, the outer barrel is fabricated from a lightweight metal. The lens does have to extend when powering on your camera, which takes about a second. The motor that handles this and the zoom operation is a little loud though. There's a single controlling on the lens along with a zoom rocker switch on the side. If your camera is set to autofocus, the ring adjusts focus as well. This lens comes in black, but I think they released a silver version of this in the past. If you own a silver one, hey, give me a shout on the comments below. Next is functionality. So two different purposes. One is specializing in short telephoto and portrait, while the other one gives you flexibility between a wide shot and a short telephoto. Let's talk about the primary function of both lenses and autofocus. For Sony 50mm, autofocus is quick and accurate, but manual focus is also an option. Turning the focus ring activates the focus motor to adjust internal elements, a method that allows for compact construction but doesn't offer the tactile feedback you get from a mechanical manual focus mechanism. The ring turns freely without hard stops, which isn't the most pleasant manual focus experience, as it can be difficult to gauge which direction or how quick to turn the ring to adjust the focus for a shot. And then for kit lens, again the lens needs to extend when powering on your camera, which takes about a second. Autofocus isn't the fastest, but good. Since this is a native Sony lens, I didn't find any issue with autofocusing for still image and videos. Autofocus is nearly silent though, a plus for video. Breathing, the effect where the angle of view changes along with focus is minimal, another plus for video use. The zoom speed isn't adjustable though, and tends to move quickly. This is fine for stills, but will make it difficult to get a slow, smooth zoom in a video shot. This electronic zoom rocker switch acts the same way as the one near the trigger, so I don't see myself using it a lot of times. Both these lenses offer optical image stabilization, which you will not find on Sigma, Samyang, or other manual focus glass. Stabilization in the lens make it possible to get crisp, handheld shot at longer shutter speed, and also works to stabilize handheld video. Next is build quality. Both of these lenses are covered in thin metal frame, so it should be able to withstand short drops. Although the build quality is good, they're not built like tanks. Just by using them on my everyday use, both acquired a good amount of superficial scratches, something I thought you should know about. My silver 50mm takes the bigger hit. I think the differentiation of these two lenses is the moving part of the kit lens. It is more fragile, prone to mechanical error, and it will break down as it ages. Like any other motorized parts, this lens certainly has a lifespan, while Sony 50mm with proper care can last you a lifetime. Next is sample photos and videos. I know you guys are eagerly waiting for this, so here we go. I'm using Sony A5100 for both lenses to get the exact and truthful comparison. On our first shot is a portrait, both 50mm, the prime lens is f1.8 and ISO 3200, while the kit lens is f5.6 and also ISO 3200. You will notice that both are capable of bokeh or the background blur, but the prime lens is just creamier. I notice it's also sharper with minimal noise. On this shot, both 50mm in auto ISO, both f5.6. If you zoom in, you will notice that the prime lens is at its peak of its sharpness, around f2.8 to f8, while it's a little softer kit lens starting at f5.6. Next shot will give you an idea that even kit lens can give you great subject and background separation or out of focus. Without pixel peeping, it looks the same for me. Next shot is the comparison of framing, and since the kit lens is 16mm to 50mm, it can give you a wider field of view compared to the Sony 50mm prime lens. It's a daylight shooter since it starts at f3.5. And last image sample is night shot. This is where you need to purchase a fast prime lens. Kit lens is blurry since it compensates shutter speed to exposure. On this video sample, you will notice that the kit lens is more flexible than prime lens on tight spots. Great exposure for both lenses. I think the kit lens is a little faster in autofocus. While prime lens is more usable on low light situation. And since both of them has optical image stabilization, although a little shaky for active use, it's all good. So what is Gadget Rev Now's verdict? Sony 50mm f1.8 or 16 to 50mm kit lens? These are two popular and affordable lenses for Sony mirrorless. I bet if you have a Sony APS-C camera, you had at least one of these. I will recommend 50mm f1.8 for someone who wants to step up their portrait and night shot game. Again, comparing it with other competition, this will give you so much value for a prime lens. And I will recommend for you to stay on the kit lens if you're not planning to go professional anytime soon. I've used this kit lens for most of my YouTube videos and it works just fine. For photos and video, 16mm will give you a good field of view and very good for selfie and vlogging. Let's just say kit lenses are for day shooters. You can almost do anything on daylight. Both of these glasses are Sony native lenses, so it will work seamless with Sony APS-C body in autofocus and stabilization. Both lenses are highly recommended. It is Sony's 1-2 punch for beginners, professional photographers, and vloggers. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. We're posting videos of gadget reviews, comparisons, photography gears, and tips. The goal of this channel is to review and compare devices as simple as possible, concise, and friendly. Don't forget to drop your comment, like, and share. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.